I welcome everybody here today. This is a dream come true day for Kavita, who thought about ambassadors of mediation. And with me, we have come so far from an organization which is a non-profit organization to starting with a WhatsApp group way back in 14 when we met. And thanks to Jawad sir that we met, he introduced Kavita to me. And Kavita thought I'm a very snooty North Indian girl who would not talk to her. But Jawad sir told that once you talk to her, you will be able to form some kind of a rapport. And then there was no looking back, and Ambassadors of Mediation was born from a WhatsApp group. We took it further, and Sadhna ma'am, Mrs. Sadhna Ramachandran, who's traveling today and is not here at the moment, she motivated us to somehow make the people grow and branch out more, because at that time, 256 was the limitation of WhatsApp groups. So we started with a Telegram portal, and then we also had the Facebook and the Instagram handle, and there on the round table, she said, why don't you work on a directory so that everybody can have an access to the others? And we said, we are already working on it. And today, when we are here, Chandyok sir gave the power and the wheels to it, that he said, whenever you are ready, Madhyam will undertake to get it printed. So thank you, Chandyok sir. Without you, all this would not have been possible. Nobody needs to know about Chandyok sir, but I take great pride in introducing Chandyok sir whenever I get an opportunity. Chandyok sir is a practicing senior advocate. He is president in Seoul, India. He's a qualified mediator and trainer for mediators. He's a member of the Russian Center for Dispute Resolution of the BRICS Forum. He's the president of Madhyam Council for Conflict Resolution. He's been the former additional Solicitor General of India. He's been the president-elect of the Bar Association of India. He has been the president of Delhi High Court Bar Association for over 6 terms, but I think he's the de facto president of Delhi High Court Bar forever, because without him, High Court, at least Delhi High Court Bar cannot live. He is member, London Court of International Arbitration. He's a member of the Indian Council of Arbitration. He's an accredited mediator of Singapore International Mediation Institute. He's a member of the ICC Arbitral Tribunal for International Arbitration. Also, he has appeared before various arbitral tribunals of ICC at various places abroad. He has represented the Indian government in the Enron arbitration in London. He has been a member of the Overseeing Committee of Samadhan, the Delhi High Court Mediation Center, and Delhi International Arbitration Center, and has been an arbitrator in many important cases. Chandyok sir has also been motivating behind the mediation bill and for Madhyam, and on behalf of Madhyam, a representation was also made, and many of the details of the mediation bill were given by Madhyam. Mr. Chandyok is an expert in commercial, company, and insolvency laws. He's an established name in the insolvency and bankruptcy laws. He's one of the most sought after senior practitioners in this new field of law, and he is an expert in arbitration and mediation matters of insolvency. Mr. Chandyok has received many awards and recognitions, including the Leader in the Profession, Leader of the Bar Award from the Bar Council of Delhi, the National Law Day Award from the Prime Minister of India for the contribution made in the practice of civil law. He has been given the award for rendering meritorious legal services from Delhi Citizens Forum for Civil Rights, an Outstanding Jurist Award by Mr. J.N. Kaushal, Jurisprudence Center, New Delhi, Sikh of the Year 2010 Award from the Sikh Forum International, London, UK, Legal Excellence Award as a visionary leader for outstanding contribution and excellence in the field of mediation by Legal Era in June 2021, besides having received 2 honorary doctorate degrees. I can go on and on. The list is endless. Sir, it's a matter of great pride that today I am given this opportunity to request you to launch the website of Ambassadors of Mediation, which we lovingly in short call AOM. It has been Kavita's dream, and thanks to every participant who is here to see this dream come true for the both of us. So if you would kindly launch the website, and thereafter, I would request you also to open the pages of the directory, which you had so very graciously said yourself that I, and on behalf of Madhyam, will get it printed. Do not worry. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for everything.
Vivek, first put the button on and put the website on for everybody on the pages.
Thank you, sir. It is a matter of great pride that all of you have taken out time, and Vivek, our associate, is helping us start, and there it goes. So we'll just take you through the home page. And now we come to the most important page. There is a menu on top. We're still building on it. The patrons are there, but today we want to switch to the national directory, for which Mr. Chandok, we would want you to click on the national directory page, please. Vivek, please take it further down. There are at the moment 1,429 names in the list, but they'll be adding up more because they're currently also, while we talk, there are more forms being coming in. Sir, Chandok sir, if we could have few words from you on this occasion, we'll be very obliged, sir.
Thank you so much, Pooja. I first of all want to thank you. I don't think I needed that introduction, and you don't deserve all those good wishes from you and good points. But the fact remains is that I personally feel that a mediation movement which has started has been a collective effort of everybody. In this case, of course, it was Kavita who thought about it, who conceived it, who brought this concept of the website that we have opened today and the members directory, which will be soft copy already there, and Madhyam has agreed and will do it voluntarily for directory, and also any appendixes that would come up time to time. I think we need to revise it, if not 6 monthly, at least yearly, because the mediation movement is catching up, and I'm sure we'll end up with an international mediation directory, the purpose of which is only to bring home a direct link between mediators, because many times one finds a dispute which may be in Chennai, which may be in Bangalore, it may be somewhere else. So you want to know who is a mediator there. As many you find in your WhatsApp groups, many times I find people asking, who is a good lawyer in Allahabad, a good lawyer in Ahmedabad. So same way, the directory would help people to find who are people who are locally located. Because many times when an action is brought about, it's necessary that today's world, with commercial especially, you find things are moving in many states, not only confined to Delhi or Bombay or particularly. Now, for example, today Parwano is one of the major industrial towns from where disputes arise, but actually we move them up at Chandigarh or look at them in Delhi. So the directive is an ideal situation for us to help us to find out who are our friends. And also, I think more important than that is building up a family of mediators. This family, I'm sure, and I've been saying this repeatedly, that the mediation movement, if it has to continue and make India as a mediation hub, then we all need to put in our might. I don't think it is done to be done by one, either by Madhyam or by Jasbir or by Pooja or by anybody else or by Neelam or Sarika. No, I think each one of us has to contribute to it. And the effort of Kavita must motivate us that we should also contribute in some way to this great movement So, and the puja's push-shirt was given to Kavita, and now they feel they're the best friends in life. It's also a question to understand that North India does not have people who can't yell with or who can't collaborate with people from the South. I think that itself is a good message that we should get. Therefore, people, irrespective of caste, color, creed, eating habits, clothes that you wear, we all are one, at least one family of mediators. And that family is the first unification of it is in this directory. The second unification will come when we publish it in physical form. The purpose of physical form, as I discussed with Pooja and Kavita, are that it's physically available to people so that as and when somebody wants to, people, many of us like me who can't go to everything in the computer, may like to look at physically to see who are there. It may also help us, give us the idea of how mediation movement is growing in the country. And it's necessary today. We have stalwarts like Jawad here. We have stalwarts all over here to record that. And I think it's time that we should look upon these stalwarts who will lead us in this movement to take this mediation movement to the doorstep of a common man. That's the important part today. So we on our part in Madhyam as well as in other organizations, as I see, in fact, I met somebody from Kerala before yesterday in with reference to my Lord who was with us as a student into mediation movement recently. And he told me that they are going to small little villages in Kerala to see the concept, how do they bring something like mediation movement into the villages. Now, these are people who are actually contributing to the cause also, much more than we people sitting in Delhi or for that matter, Bombay or elsewhere. Yes, everywhere now I find whether it's a moment in Bhopal, as Jawad sir said just now, he's there. If tomorrow it will be in Delhi, Jawad sir is called for. So we need to bring a second line of our legacy now. We must bring second and third line. And I'm happy to see that many youngsters have today come in the field, had the courage to join us in the mediation trainings, in the 2 trainings that we have just done. And we found youngsters coming and contributing to the cause that they will ultimately practice as mediators. The path forward, subject to, I think the government is already considering, but maybe we might have to think, all of us, to go to court to probably see that legal services authorities within the Commercial Courts Act on a pre-mediation movement must be dropped down. The pre-mediation movement must be given its free hand so that private mediation is taken up on court. Because ultimately, as long as Part 3 of the Arbitration Act is not amended or given a go-by, anybody I can pass, you can pass, any mediator can pass an award, which will be awarded in the meaning of the law. So mediation movement has to go on, and it cannot go on till we all put our hands together. And I, on behalf of everybody, including Pooja and Kavita, request you all, please hold our hands in this moment. Time has come when we all hands must come together. And once all hands come together, I can assure you, what you see in chapter 1A, if you all those who are lawyers, I'm sure most of you are, would see that in the Arbitration Act, the amendment was brought way back 5 years ago. But we have not been able to even bring that 1A into operation, only because there's a conflict. What should be the arbitration council? Now, council, to my mind, must be of mediators. Yes, there could be 1 or 2 members from here and there who may contribute or may something else. We might need it even for administrative. But for the profession to rise, for the profession to be regulated, for the profession, for that matter, to strengthen it, we need actual mediators who know what mediation is, who know what movement is, and who have been responsible for all these years. It's not that we have done yesterday. We all started in 2006. We are in 2022 today. Look at the number of trainings that we've carried out. Look at the ADR conferences that we have done. All that must contribute. And I think each one of you must take credit. So of course, the credit doesn't go away from Kavita and Pooja. But I think we all take credit in this fact that we have been brought under one book of directory. And that directory would be a common link between us to join us forever and to see how we strengthen ourselves to take this further. Pooja mentioned about mediation bill. We as Madhyam did our bit. We have sent our comments. We have done everything possible that was there. But I'm not very sure what is the thinking process with the government today. But I'm sure time will be there when all of you, or some of you at least certainly, would be consulted by the government to see. And I think time is there when the government must take this view that in every legal legislation that they want to bring in, they must involve lawyers, the judges, and the executive, because all three must sit down to see how do we do it. And mediation bill, fortunately, was a bill from all experts. It was an experts committee which went to Supreme Court, got the mediation scrutiny from the Supreme Court, and then sent to the government. I thought if the government had to make some changes, it could suggest back to the Supreme Court to say, I want to make these three changes into it. But having superseded that, and then the committee which was constituted, even that has done nothing much for the purpose of establishment of mediation as a profession. We need today, time has come when people are opting to become full-time mediators. They want to adopt it as a profession, especially many youngsters I find who are willing to come and join only us. And it's very heartening to see today. In fact, the other day I went through a block of defense colony for meeting somebody, and I found there were 5 law firms. All law firms only do arbitrations. Now, this is a very good sign. And all 5 of them youngsters. They were 5 years, 6 years old in the profession. One of them happened to be standing out when I was walking past, and obviously I can't do that without meeting them. So this is what I'm requesting you all. Wherever you are, whether you're in Delhi, you're in Bombay, you're in Karnataka, you're in Chennai, please make it as a movement of people. When we make it as a movement of people, I'm sure government will see that. And it is this strength of this directive is the first indication that will go to the government to see here is one movement, here is one collective effort of everybody to ensure they are together. So be together, look at what you can give. And I want to request all of you, wherever you are, if you have any suggestions which will help us build this movement, wherever you are. I mean, of course, we have stalwarts, Jawad is here, others are here, but I'm even talking about Kavita, I'm talking about anybody else to give us those suggestions. Those suggestions we intend to place it before the government even today, so that maybe you never know, something may come up out of it. I'm still hopeful, knowing that the government wants to bring mediation on the forefront. I'm sure we all can collectively, with the government, bring a bill which will, in fact, there's so many discrepancies I find. You see, the National Consumer Forum, there's one thing, TDSAT has another thing, Companies Act has third thing. So all this need to be brought into one fold so that we are able to understand what mediation is and what are its principles. Thank you, Kavita, on behalf of every mediator of this country, every coming mediator of this country, anybody who even thinking of mediation from alphabet M, thank you profusely from the core of our heart, making this effort. Keep it up. Don't get bogged down by people. People will talk many things. Don't get worried about it. That's why we gave you puja. Why are you worried about it? Puja is there now. So onslaughts will fall on puja. And puja in turn has already said onslaught will go to Mr. Chandra. So that's the end of the matter. So why get worried about it? So we are capable of handling any onslaughts. We are not doing anything which is against public interest. We are not doing anything which will jeopardize the particular resolution process, which is so dear to us to bring resolution into disputes and conflicts between parties. I'm happy to tell you that the report that I have today is that we are going to start a mediation center, hopefully in December. But if for some glitch it reports, then certainly in January, that small mediation center in Defense Colony will be the first center that we'll bring in. We have almost completed our BRICS Legal Center, where also mediation will be held. That completion certificate I'm expecting in the next 2 weeks. And I hope the interior will be over by March. In April, we'll give you a larger mediation center for you to people work on. These are opportunities. Create them, please. Each one's effort is required. If you all put in your efforts, I'm sure we are not far when we'll be able to take this moment to the doorstep of every citizen of this country. Resolve all conflicts. It will help the judicial system. It will help people's relationship, which is most important. And the most important part today is it will help communication between them. There's no communication today. We don't talk to each other. When Pooja speaks to me, the story is different. And that's why I keep telling Narmada about it, for example, that I need to speak to you. I need to understand there's more something for it. Therefore, we need to look at each other, talk to each other, and each one of you must make it a point that whether you are here or somewhere else, please talk to each other so that maybe your experiences may help us to get something new. Thank you, Pooja, for leading us from the front as you've been doing earlier. Best of luck to Kavita for our website. Please make a link that we can join Madhyam with it also so that we get a link there. And also see, I want to make it clearer, speaking for myself, I have no conflict with anybody. Madhyam has no conflict with anyone. We are all one. We may be under different banners, makes no difference. I am actually looking for a day. In fact, I want to share something on a lighter tone. That 10 years ago, when I was awarded Sikh of the Year award in Lincoln's Inn in London, people didn't like it by saying that they may not be far when an Indian would be the Prime Minister of UK. And you see, 10 years later, it has come up true. So you never know. All of us may come under one banner one day. So banners don't matter. We all matter. What we are doing, it matters. Therefore, whatever we are planning to do it together. Let's make this moment the front movement to resolve conflicts in the society, bring more peace, which will only be happen when you all join hands. Thank you, each one of you, for joining us today. We'll keep this in mind and look forward for many more occasions when we can be together on such occasions or otherwise. Thank you so much, Pooja.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. This program will be incomplete if we don't have a few words from Mr. Jawad. Jawad, sir, you had told me you'll be traveling. So I'm sorry, I don't have a write-up about you, but I don't think Mr. Jawad needs any introduction. Whoever, as Chandyok sir said, knows the word M, knows who Jawad sir is. He is one of the stalwarts of the mediation movement. He's been my guru. He has taught me mediation and whatever little that I know. And he is the reason that me and Kavita became friends. He introduced us to each other. So without him, today would not have been possible. You are the one who lighted the candle, sir. A few words from you, sir.
Chandyok sir, namaskar.
Namaskar.
And good evening to all friends who have gathered here. Pooja, this is a surprise. I just joined to hear Chandyok sir and to witness the launch of the website, but all of a sudden you have asked me to speak. I don't think I can say anything more than what Chandyok sir has already said, because I think one of the most important messages that Chandyok sir has said is unity amongst the mediators, because this is a movement that is still in a very nascent stage and we have to still carry it forward. A lot of work needs to be done. And I'm always reminded of this Ubuntu story. I hope most of you will be knowing what is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is an African concept. Basically, it means that I am because you are. So it just talks about the fact that each one of us is connected to each other, and we are all one. So this story goes like this: that there was a missionary who was working among the African tribes, and one day he called all the children and said he placed a jar of sweets at the end of the field. And said, whichever child reaches the jar first can have all the sweets. So what the children did was they held each other's hands and they ran together. And they took the jar of sweets and shared it between themselves. So the missionary was really surprised. He asked them, what is this? One of you could have got the entire jar of sweets. And the children said that, how can one person be happy when the others are unhappy? So basically, see, that is the message of mediation. Mediation is about inclusion. It's about collaboration. It's about working together. So today we are at a stage where we are facing all kinds of, difficult situations where mediation is concerned, because people are not still accepting the idea of mediation. There's still a bit of resistance to mediation. And even those who accept still don't understand what it is all about. So all these challenges are there. So I think this initiative comes at the right time. And the more the merrier. I think all of us should work together to strengthen this and take this forward. And when we have leaders like Chandyok sir and JP Singh and Sadhana ma'am and so many others, Sri Ram Panchu sir, so many others, so many leaders are there. So they are here to guide us, and we should always look to them to resolution powers. Because the courts, the courts are meant to do justice in matters where people cannot really negotiate with each other. Most of the disputes are disputes which can be negotiated and resolved, and that's where a mediator plays a very significant role. And I think this directory is a very important thing for us because it is going to give people that information which is much needed, that who's a mediator, where the mediator is located, and what kind of practice the mediator has, what the mediator specializes in. So a very great initiative. Congratulations to Kavita and Pooja. And thank you very much for this opportunity. And Chandyok sir, thanks for the opportunity. And thank you very much for your very inspiring speech, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
I want to tell Mr. Jawad that he's actually the leader. We are all his followers. So you should look at us as followers only. Because he's going to lead and he must continue to lead. We all wish him well, wish him all health, all happiness, and wish him that he should be successful in the mission of mediation that is taken so close to our heart, his heart.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Give the platform to Kavita. Kavita has not spoken so far.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Special good evening to Chandyok sir and Jawad sir for making this happen. I'm just thrilled for this moment. I've been waiting to get this done for years together. My main intention of starting Ambassadors of Mediation was to get to know each other, make friends, just to have a chat about mediation, learn more, share more, grow better. That was my basic idea of starting mediation, Ambassadors of Mediation. I don't know how far I have traveled on this road, but I don't want to be a lone traveler. I just want to hold hands and travel along. A company will always be enjoyable while you travel. So I wanted to make it memorable for everybody. So this directory, I think, will help everybody to get united and walk along, have memorable, beautiful memories all our lives, and make beautiful lives to many people who have lost their memory. Right? So please, as most of them I have not mentioned, so please do not mistake for want of time. And I am indebted to the other organizations like Madhyam, Mediators India, CAMP, FCDR, BIMAC, and all others who I haven't, who have not named them. They have, with their support for this initiative, I wouldn't have marched along with Pooja this far. This has been possible only with the support by these organizations and all of you together. I'm really thankful to each one of you on this journey. Thank you. Keep traveling along and keep joining, making this family bigger and bigger by getting people more and more closer and so that we can enjoy this journey together. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining in today.
Mrs. Lela Olapalli, ma'am, good evening. If we could have just few words from you, please, on this occasion, we'll be very, very obliged. Vivek, if you could just unmute.
Thank you very much for this initiative. I think when I heard Mr. Chandyok speak, I'm sorry I couldn't join early enough, but the latter bit of it I heard, and Javed, and I heard the true spirit of mediation. when we come together, we are like drops in the ocean, but we are gathering force like the ocean itself. And my request is that all of us understand the true spirit of mediation, apply it wherever we go, every situation, and find our path to true peace within ourselves and for all people around us. So best wishes to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thiruvengadam sir, BIMAC founder, he is here. Can we have Mr. Thiruvengadam sir to just speak a few words?
Good evening, everyone. What a nice platform is this to see all my mediators, brothers and sisters across this country. I'm really delighted. Congratulations to Ms. Kavita and Ms. Pushpa and each and every one, Ms. Pooja Anand and Ms. Chandyog, my dear friend Javed, for being very, very instrumental in this initiative. You're all qualified, experienced mediators. Let us remind ourselves that the future is mediation. And if this country has to be saved with only 9% of the disputants coming to the courts and 91% being excluded, we should not be worried about docket explosion, but docket exclusion. We need to reach out. The opportunities are plenty. We need to branch out, encourage youngsters, lead and support all young mediators. It is again a very great initiative, and I wish all the organizers that they have done a tremendous job and wish them all success. And Chandyog sir, it's a very, very impressive speech that you rendered. Thank you. Thanks to my friend Laila and Javed. They have been great supporters and champions of mediation. Thank you very much for this opportunity. God bless you all. God bless ambassadors of mediation.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Neelam, Ms. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja and Kavita, for this great initiative and bringing all of us together. As Sir said, we must take this collaborative effort forward. And I would only say that let's work towards building a bar of mediators now.
She always goes a step forward. Always a step forward. You know?
The Supreme Court has recently said in a judgment that there is a need for this bar.
Yeah, yes.
So I think we should
I'm one with you, but I'm only saying we have been trying for the last 20 years to have an arbitrators bar. We have not been able to do it. I don't know. Let's do it, but let's make this effort together. I'm sure there'll be one day a bar. Your dream will also come true, and we'll probably celebrate it.
Yeah, I hope it does.
It will.
And I think as mediators, now that we are under one umbrella, under this directory, we should take or do more events collaboratively. We started the round table, and something like that must go on involving the mediators from across the country.
Then let's do something, an annual at least.
Yes.
Like alumni of mediators we do. Let us have a function somewhere, once here, somewhere else, and let's make that initiative.
Yes,
I'm sure
great.
Calverts here will be able to help us out to do that, and we'll take
Great, sir. Great.
to do it. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks a million.
Why I wanted all of us to be unmuted is so that we can give you a big round of applause.
Please, we'll do that. Vivek,
I said unmute us.
yes, we are. Vivek, kindly unmute everybody, please.
Congratulations, Pooja and Kavita. It's really a great moment for all of us. And your website will be linked with Madhyam website very soon. Just send me the link.
Definitely.
Thank you.
So we'll just collate all the details and then we can come out with the print version and then we can have the...
Anybody who has information with respect to any mediator anywhere in the part of the world or any part of, we also want to bring international into it because cross-border is taking its flow. Please bring it so that we bring in, when we print out, we at least have everything. That the world must come into that directory is one way we are looking at. And I'm sure with the efforts that we have done, I'm sure we'll be able to succeed in that. Thank you, everybody. Thanks a million.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Kavita. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, bye, bye.
you, sir.
Once again,
Bye, bye, bye.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Bye, bye, bye.
I think I see a hand of Mr. Tirupati.
Good evening, every stalwarts of the mediator. I am a mediator from Madurai High Court bench. From 2005, I am the mediator. I request all of you to organize a meeting at Chennai or the place. It is excellent to meet one and all. Really, I pray for the same. Thank you.
Thank you. We will.
Meet one and all.
Thank you.
I finally take the privilege of thanking each and every one of you present here. And it is a contribution by every one of us, and it is a contribution that continues for a quite long time, because until each and every mediator is enrolled there, we are not done. So as we grow, we will keep adding. As of now, we are trying to add. For the paucity of time, we could only upload 1,400 people. Our team is working on it every day. So we will be uploading the other details continuously. So it will be uploaded very soon, and probably in 2023, we hope we have about at least to 80% of the mediators' details in the directory. So that is our target for now. So I request all of you to help us in this mission. And congratulations to each and every one of all the mediators all over the country. Thank you.
Thank you once again, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.